calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And here comes Diggs. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Check. Switch it.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Oh, able to avoid him. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 9. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Rudolph looking to throw. Flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's set a tone.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Mike, check. 59. Watch the run.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect? keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Hey, eat. Let's go. Hey, check 5, check 5.
Now Lawrence to throw. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
60 outside.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 63 yards on the ground for him so far. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 42. I got him. Trap 60, trap 60. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes Diggs. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 54.
Now a first down carry for Harris, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike's 4-2.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Rudolph. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
44.
On first down, it's Harris. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm coming for you, son.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers, nothing.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey,
Now it's Rudolph. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 19-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, it's Rudolph. That's swung out wide to Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the Jaguars' 7-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf. 4. Not here. 44 is the mic. 44 street. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey. Check that. Bring it. Smash. Shot alert.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Second and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Eluding the pressure right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Come get some. Come get some.
Now Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They hand this off to Harris, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Steelers.
What's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Here's Rudolph off play action. He'll buy some time right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Harris. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to see. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Rudolph. Rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
44.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. This side. Hey, smash Bronco. Hey, 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
On 1st down, Rudolph. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Right side, Claypool's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So now with a late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, but they'll try and add 2 more here. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play and 2 more for good measure. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. To return, here's Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Show it A. Show it A. Right there. 54, right there, 54.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check. Go, Reed. Go. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. We go again. Wide.
Now Rudolph. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. On 3rd down, it's Harris. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Watch tight.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
44, Mike.
Again, it's Rudolph. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Rudolph looking to throw. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. To return, here's Agnew. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Off the option, here's Etienne. A 1st down and more, Etienne. And all the way up to the 46.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Oh, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Mike's 42. All day, just like that. Just like that. 42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. All day, punk. Hey, Mike's 42. 19. You don't want that.
Another try after the first down sack. Rudolph. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mike 42. Mike 42.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check.
They run the counter. Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. Hey, we got 4.
Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
On the ready. 55. Check. 55. Mike. Watch the out. Watch the out. Mike.
They go play action with Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12. On play action, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. First down, and they go back to Harris. And some space here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Chris Boswell, the kicker for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. And they'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
twin. Panther 11, Panther 11. Mike 42, Mike 42. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, half. Mike 42. Hurt. 42, check. Mike 42. Right here.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
All the way. 42's Mike. 18 Cardinal. You got nothing.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. Cowboy 80. Shit.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Get ready.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more